Cain and Abel were brothers, the first two sons of Adam and Eve. They were born into a world that was still new, a world that their parents, Adam and Eve, were the first to inhabit. Adam and Eve, created by God, were the first man and woman. They lived in the Garden of Eden before being expelled for disobedience. Cain, their firstborn, grew up to be a farmer. Cain worked the land diligently, cultivating crops and ensuring that there was food for his family. Abel, on the other hand, chose a different path. Abel became a shepherd, tending to the flocks and caring for the sheep. His days were spent in the fields, guiding and protecting his animals. The brothers led simple yet hard-working lives. Cain and Abel were dedicated to their respective roles, ensuring that their family had everything they needed. Their lives were intertwined with the land and the animals they cared for. They worked tirelessly from dawn till dusk, providing for themselves and their loved ones. Despite their hard work, they never forgot their devotion to God. Both Cain and Abel were deeply religious and made it a point to show their gratitude. They brought offerings to God, each according to his own labor. Cain offered the fruits of his harvest, while Abel brought the best of his flock. These offerings were a testament to their faith, and a way to seek favor and blessings from the Almighty. Cain brought an offering of the fruit of the ground. He had worked in the fields, nurturing the plants and ensuring they grew. The fruits of his labor were a testament to his work. He selected the best of his harvest. Each fruit was chosen with care, reflecting his desire to present the finest to God. He believed that his offering would be pleasing. He wanted to please God with his gift. His heart was filled with hope as he laid his offering before the altar, believing that his work would be recognized. Abel brought an offering of the firstborn of his flock. He had spent hours tending to his sheep, ensuring they were well fed. The firstborn lamb was a symbol of his devotion. He chose the finest lamb he could find. This lamb was without blemish, representing purity. Abel believed that only the best was worthy of being offered to God. He believed this was a worthy sacrifice for God. With reverence, he presented his offering, trusting that it would be accepted. Both brothers presented their offerings. They stood side by side, each hoping that their gift would be favored. Their intentions were pure. They believed they were giving God their best. The offerings were a reflection of their respect for the divine. Each gift was a symbol of their faith. They waited for God's response. The air was filled with anticipation as they looked to the heavens, hoping for a sign of acceptance. Their faith was unwavering. God looked with favor on Abel and his offering, but on Cain and his offering he did not look with favor. So Cain was very angry, and his face was downcast. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Why are you angry? Why is your face downcast? If you do what is right, will you not be accepted? But if you do not do what is right, sin is crouching at your door. It desires to have you, but you must rule over it." Cain let his anger consume him. His jealousy and rage towards his brother Abel grew uncontrollable. The seeds of bitterness had been sown deep within his heart, and they began to sprout into a dark and deadly resolve. Cain said to Abel, "Let's go out to the field." While they were in the field, Cain attacked Abel and killed him. The first murder had been committed. The ground soaked up Abel's blood, crying out for justice. Cain stood over his brother's lifeless body, a mix of shock and realization dawning upon him. Then the Lord said to Cain, "Where is your brother Abel?" Cain replied, "I don't know. Am I my brother's keeper?" The Lord said, "What have you done? Listen, your brother's blood cries out to me from the ground. Now you are under a curse and driven from the ground which opened its mouth to receive your brother's blood from your hand. When you work the ground, it will no longer yield its crops for you. You will be a restless wanderer on the earth." But the Lord said to him, "Not so. Anyone who kills Cain will suffer vengeance 7 times over." Then the Lord put a mark on Cain, so that no one who found him would kill him. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of Nod, east of Eden.